quick seasoning of some stew meat. Although I found some garlic at the farmer's market, so this is like local, no pesticides, which is pretty awesome. Pretty awesome. So we're gonna use one big clove that turned into two when I smashed it, and some sustainable beef. At least I do. I do care where the meat comes from, especially with all these crazy things. And now I'm using my bare hands, and some people are funny about that, but I'm a chef and that's what we do. So I don't know about some people, but I like to touch what I'm doing. So what I'm going to do is some olive oil. I'm gonna make this in the Instapot. So sea salt. Even though I use sazonal, of course I use salt because I don't make the sazonal super salty, so you have freedom. And then you can mash it in, or I'm just gonna use a microplane. I don't care about big pieces in there, it's okay. But I'm gonna go to work here in a few minutes, and I don't have time to get the pilon and all of that right now. So again, another quickie because I'm always working. And then this beautiful sazonal. I'm going bare hands, guys. Oh, and I am gonna add a drizzle of white wine vinegar. You may need, depends on the salt that you're using. If you're using Himalayan salt, that salt doesn't salt very much, and that's why I put it in my rub. And it's not moist, so it doesn't make your stuff clump up, which avoids me using any anti-caking agent. But you can put as much as you want. And then all that annatto powder and turmeric and all those spices, and then I'm gonna add the carrots because the carrots don't break down like potatoes do. So it's gonna be okay. And maybe a little bit more, because we're gonna do this in the Instapot, and then we're gonna brown the meat. So this is what it looks like right now, and I'll show you later. Hello. This is really hot. I'm gonna make some carne guisada with some avocado oil, because avocado oil can handle the high heat and olive oil is not. So here's my season. This is chuck. This is chuck roast that was sold for stew type of. This is a pound, about a pound, 1.2 pounds, with some carrots and seasoned with some sazonal, garlic, and salt. And I'm doing this in the Instapot. I put the Instapot in the saute setting, the high saute. And then I am going to throw in 3 bay leaves. A little bit more salt. Now in the Instapot, if you're gonna do this, I brown it a little bit or sofreírla un poquito. This wakes up the spices. This is like a Caribbean, it's not a Korean. Then I have some tomato paste. But giving it some heat before you just throw it in water. So some people boil the meat and then they make this carne guisada. But I'm not gonna have to boil it because I have the Instapot. It's gonna do all that tenderizing for me. I am gonna add a little bit more sazon. And then we have some carrots. The carrots will never break. I mean, they will have to be cooked for a long, long time before they break, and they won't. The smell is just out of this world right now because I left this meat marinating for like 4 hours, so it's just on another level. Just want to give it some color. Yep. So about 1 pound of meat, about a half cup of chopped carrots, 3 bay leaves, about 1 to 2 tablespoons of sazonado, some sea salt. That's all I've been using. Fresh garlic that I put in there when I season the meat. And avocado oil. And then I'm gonna put about 2 tablespoons of tomato paste. And actually, cooking the tomato paste in the heat also adds to the umami flavor. Remember, we don't have any MSG. The colors are natural. Normally, when you add that Goya, it has artificial colors, so it will turn everything red instantly. So the tomato paste being cooked like this, it wakes it up. That's why when you see curry paste, they cook the spices with the oil and they let it like toast. This is basically the same thing, except it's not curry, it's a different kind. But the flavor is on point. And then I have a little cube of sofrito. Now, some people like a lot of sofrito, some people don't. I'm halfway there. I make my sofrito very potent. Like, it's very concentrated, not liquidy. And I don't like the sofrito to overpower everything. I want it to have a flavor that you can taste everything. You see how the spices is waking up? You see the colors releasing? And the sofrito cube, the meat is actually pretty tender already. I don't have any wine or anything like that, so I am actually, whenever you use the Instapot for this, you are not gonna need a lot of liquid. And that is the beauty of this. Because the flavor of the meat and everything is enhanced because you're not using all that liquid. You have concentrated juices. So because the meat is gonna release a bunch of juice, you're gonna end up with more liquid than you started. And then you see this going on over here? It's the same concept as when you're cooking a curry. You want all this to take, look at this color. Now that's some real achote. None of that coloring stuff. And then, surprisingly, you're not gonna need a lot of water. You're just gonna need enough, because in the Instapot, like I said, the water does not evaporate. It doesn't go anywhere. So you are gonna end up with more liquid than you started. And you do not put your potatoes right away. So I'm gonna give this, if you have the eye round meat, which is super tough, you wanna give it 26 minutes. I may give this like 22. And then the potatoes will come after. The potatoes should take about 3 to 4 minutes in pressure. So right now, this actually, even if it makes you nervous, you shouldn't put too much. Just make sure that you put about, in the chuck, you want to put like 22 minutes. We're gonna uncover it, check it, add potatoes, 3 to 4 minutes so that they're perfectly cooked. The aroma is like, wow. Beautiful color without artificial stuff. So you gotta make sure that your thing is properly sealed. It's properly sealed. Like it's all sealed. So I am gonna cover this. And we are gonna give it, we're gonna put it on manual. And I'm gonna do 22 minutes. Ooh. Miramos cómo está eso. Vemos que no necesitamos toda esa cantidad de líquido, la carne está blandita. Y vamos a añadir las papas. Y le vamos a meter presión 4 minutos.